Well, thank you for asking. Um,
It's my first, sorry, it's my first lesson course at Verbing, so that's why I was asking if everything works.
yeah, so far so good. Nice, and it's good to meet you, and congratulations on your first class. Kazinka, where are you from?
I'm from Poland. My actual name is Kasia. Kate.
Kasha.
Kasia, exactly. Um, yes.
Awesome. And so, Anna, what do you like to do for fun? What do you like to do for fun?
I'm from Spain.
So, what do you like to do for fun? It's like, what do you do in your free time?
Oh, in my free time, I like doing Tai Chi, Qigong. I love go out on Saturday to shopping. First to have lunch at midday, and then shopping in the mall center.
Nice. Okay. Awesome. So you like going out
Uh,
shopping on Saturdays?
but other thing, what I like most is studying English.
Okay, awesome. Okay, and Andre and Ismail, welcome to class, both of you guys. Andre, how are you doing? Andre,
Sorry,
are you
sorry. Yeah, I hear you clearly. I'm doing great. Thank you.
awesome? Perfect. And Ismail, welcome to class as well. Ismail, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you, Joshua. How are you?
I'm really well. Thank you for asking. Nice to see you guys both again. Ismail, what did you do today? What have you done today so far?
I joined in some verbling classes and I watched a movie on my computer,
Nice.
Joshua.
Okay. What movie did you watch?
I watched what was Wednesday, an action movie. Did you watch
Okay.
it, Joshua?
I don't think I've ever heard of Wednesday. But
Wednesday.
no. But okay, cool. And Andre, what about you? What did you do today?
Uh, uh, Recently, I get to home from my job, and weather isn't cooperate. It's quite rainy outside, and usually I get to job by bicycle. And today I became extremely wet. I was wet at all.
Okay. Um, one small thing, I get to work on my bicycle. So I get to work on my bicycle instead of I get to job. Um, just a
Okay,
small thing.
okay, okay.
But Daniel, welcome to class. Daniel, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing well. Nice to see you, Daniel.
Nice to see you
And
too.
so, Daniel, what have you done today?
I was at work today. Then I played squash, and now I am here, ready to learn English.
Nice, awesome. Yeah, squash is a lot of fun. I haven't played for quite a while though. Uh, and so, Kasha, what about you? What do you do for
Yes.
fun? What do you do in your free time?
Um, in my free time, I like to practicing my English. It's now very important in my crazy life. So
Yeah.
now it's yes, my main attention is put on this, and also I like swimming, watching horror movies, and just like meet with friends.
Okay, swimming, watching horror movies, and meeting with friends. Do you have any favorite horror movies?
Yes, I have group of such horror movies. It's based on Stephen King stories.
Okay.
Children
What's
of
it called
Corn,
again?
and it's based on books, Stephen King's
Uh,
books.
yeah. What's the name of the movie?
For example, Children of Corn or Misery.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. So you like horror movies that are based off of Stephen King books.
Yeah.
I get it now. Okay. Cool. And good. Let's get started with today's class. And let's start with Anna. Anna, can you read the title and the next couple of lines?
Yes.
Sorry, Anna, are you there?
I have to read the text.
Yeah, please.
Okay. Technology. Today we will talk about what kind of technology we use most often, what technology will be like in the future, how technology affects and will affect the future.
Nice. Okay, that sounded really good. The only thing that I saw, technology. So it ends in like a G sound, technology.
Technology.
Nice.
Okay.
Technology. Okay, good. And no, technology. Good. Let's go on to the next page, and let's have Anna. Can you ask Andre the first question?
Yes. What type of technology do you use most often in your daily life?
Usually I use mobile connection and internet. Mm.
Nice. Okay. So the mobile phone and the internet. Good. Awesome. And Andre, can you ask Daniel the next question?
If you could invent a new technology or gadget, what would you create?
Okay, it's a little difficult question.
You can
Okay.
give us a shortly direct answer.
Hmm. New technology. I really don't know. I
Okay.
I'm not creative right now.
Okay. Can you repeat creative?
Creative.
Good. Okay. What about you, Ismail? If you could invent any new technology, or a gadget or anything, what would you create?
Uh, I want to invent a teleporting machine.
Nice. Okay. Maybe we'd say a teleportation machine.
Teleportation machine.
Okay. Good.
Maybe
Really nice answer.
we can make journey in the future between the planets.
Okay. Between planets. Good. Awesome. And Kasha, what about you? What would you invent?
Mm, if I will have such chance, then maybe I will invent machine which or tool which will help me read someone's thoughts.
Oh boy. Read someone's thoughts. Okay. That sounds like it'd be maybe a little bit scary, but good. Awesome. And um, yeah, Wisla, welcome to class. Wisla, how are you doing?
Thank you, I'm well.
Nice. Good to see you again.
Thank you.
Okay, and let's have one last one. Wisla, what new technology or gadget would you create?
If I could invent, I would create electro bicycle, which can ride 200 kilometers in one day, for example.
Nice. And kilometers. Can you repeat kilometers?
Kilometers.
Yeah, kilometers. Okay, and Wisla, can you ask Anna the last question?
How do you think technology will change in the future?
Anna, are you there?
Sorry, I can hear. Well, I think that technology will change in other aspects in order to robots to clean home, for example. And in the other hand, technology could be changed in, for example, in medicine. Other advice and that can help people who suffer from some illnesses.
Okay. So technology will help people who suffer from different illnesses, so medical knowledge and technology will increase. Nice, I think that's great. Um, okay, awesome. And Ishmael wants to find a solution for gravity, um, which is kind of a funny thing to say. Um, we don't, yeah, there would be no energy expended for in movement. But good. That's awesome. Does anybody have any questions on this page? Any questions? Okay, let's go to the next page. And Andre, can you read the title and the first 4 words?
Vocabulary. Technologically savvy. Innovation. Advance. Breakthrough.
Okay, good. So, good job with breakthrough, advance. Can you repeat technologically? Technologically.
Technologically.
Yeah, technologically.
Technologically.
And innovation.
Innovation.
Good. So technologically, sorry, maybe savvy? Savvy?
Savvy.
Good. Savvy.
Strange and familiar word.
Yeah, it's a strange, unfamiliar word. Yeah, we'll get into that in a second. Daniel, can you read the next 4 words?
IT, information technology, state of the art, gadget, appliance.
Good. The only small thing I saw was appliance. Can you repeat appliance?
Appliance.
Good. Appliance. And yeah, does anybody have any questions about anything on this page?
Sorry, what does means appliance?
Okay. And can anybody explain what an appliance is?
Yes, Joshua. Appliance is a gadget which we use at home. For example, home appliance like freezer, wash machine, oven, microwave.
Nice. Those are all home appliances. Good. Yeah, awesome job. And any other questions here?
Could you explain what does mean the word state of the art?
Okay. This is good. We changed the question around a little bit. So can you explain what state of the art means? So can you read that question one more time?
Could you explain what state of the art means?
Good. And can anybody explain state of the art? Does anybody know?
Yes, Joshua. State of the art mean advanced or modern.
Exactly. So it's like the newest. The newest.
The last one or newest thing.
Yeah, maybe the most recent as well.
Most recent.
Could work. Okay. Yeah, exactly. That's state of the art. Any other questions here?
Sorry, but advance?
Okay. Advance. What's an advance? Does anybody know?
The advanced, I know it's top level about something. Top level of technology or
I think that would be advanced.
advanced.
So that's advanced technology. So we're talking about an advance. So this is more of a noun than an adjective. So what's an advance?
Progress, maybe, Joshua.
Yeah. So it's a progress.
Forward movement, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, so whenever you move further along in technology, so there have been many advances in technology over the past 100 years. And many advances in technology over the past 100 years. Does that make sense?
This is the noun.
Yeah, so advances is just plural.
Mhm.
So that's the noun. So there have been advances. And the verb is very similar as well, so you're going to advance a lot. Yeah, you're going to advance a lot more in the next 100 years, would be one. So another example of the noun, yeah, the iPod was a great advance in phone technology. So the smartphone was a huge advance in cellular technology.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Any other questions here?
No, thank you.
Okay.
Sorry. What do you mean savvy in the word technologically savvy?
Good.
Please.
Great question. Who can explain technologically savvy? Any ideas?
I
Yes,
understand.
Joshua. Savvy is a man who tends to technology, who likes technology. We can say like a techno geek.
Okay, so somebody who likes tech. So savvy is pretty much just knowledgeable. So somebody who's tech savvy is tech knowledgeable. They're educated about technology. So hopefully that makes sense. And H just left. Okay, does anybody have any last questions on this page?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I would like to ask about this is what you wrote about advanced. There is a smartphone was a it shouldn't be there huge with you. Oh, okay.
Just a typo.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thanks for the catch. Any questions here? Okay, awesome. Let's go on to the next page, and let's have Anna. Can you read the first sentence and try to fill in the blank?
The first sentence is yes. Sometimes simpler forms of technology are more effective than I have to tell the word.
Yeah, can you choose the answer?
Let's see. Simpler forms of technology are more effective than that other solutions that can be less reliable.
Okay, so can you fill in the gap with one of
Uh,
those words?
or I have to say a word on the top.
Yeah.
Okay. Are more effective than outdated solutions. Oh, no, I don't know. I don't know.
This is a hard one. Does anybody have any ideas?
I have cutting edge.
Cutting edge, yeah. And what does cutting edge mean?
It's something advanced technology, top level technology.
Yeah. What one of these vocabulary words would be a synonym for cutting edge?
Um, advanced.
Okay, advanced. Yeah. That's only if it's the adjective, so we'd say advanced would be a synonym for cutting edge. What's another one that's a synonym?
State of the art.
Yeah, exactly. State of the art. State of the art would be perfect. So that's cutting edge. Okay. And Anna, can you read that first sentence one more time?
The same sentence.
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes simpler forms of technology are more effective than cutting-edge solutions that can be less reliable.
Good. The only small thing I saw was cutting. Can you repeat cutting?
Cutting.
Good. Okay. And let's have Andrei. Can you try the next sentence?
One difficulty for consumers is that if they invest in new technology, it may quickly become outdated or obsolete.
Yeah,
I think outdated.
definitely. Perfect. Really nice job, Andrei. And Daniel, can you try the... Pardon?
Oops.
Okay, Daniel, can you try the next one?
Yeah. The generation has a considerable advantage. People from an older generation who sometimes find it difficult to adapt to new technologies. I don't know. I don't understand this sentence.
Okay, so this generation has a considerable advantage. So they're like, they have like a step up on people who are older. So these older people find it really hard to adapt or learn new technologies. So people who were born maybe before computers have a hard time learning about new technologies, but this generation has an advantage and they do it really well. So does that help?
Yes. And what means considerable?
Okay, so considerable is like significant, or it's like a noticeable.
Mm, I guess I don't know, internet connection.
Not quite. Does anybody have any ideas here? Any ideas?
Digital native.
Um,
Yeah.
excuse me.
Yeah.
Could be ebooks?
Not
Oh,
quite.
oh.
Somebody said digital native, so it is digital native. So can you explain what a digital native is? What's a digital native?
It's computer internet geeks.
Not quite. So it's really just young people who were born with computers. The computers have always been around for them, and this technology has always been around. So they know how to work them because they grew up with them. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, that's a digital native. Okay, Daniel, can you read that sentence one more time?
Uh, the digital native generation has considerable advantage over people from an older generation who sometimes find it difficult to adapt to new technologies.
Good, nice job. And Ismail, can you try the next one?
One example of how new technology can harm
Almost.
our...
Let's try this one.
Okay.
Sorry.
Five. Not everyone, however, is equally enthusiastic about these advances, and some technophobes even refuse to own a mobile phone.
Nice. Really good job. One small point about mobile. Mobile is definitely the British pronunciation. In the United States, we'd say mobile.
Mobile.
Yeah, mobile. So a mobile phone. In England, you could say mobile. So Great Britain, mobile. And that would work, but good. And then advances.
Advances.
Good. And equally.
Equally.
Good. Okay, good job. And Kasha, can you try the next one?
One example of how new technology can harm more traditional industries is the negative impact are having on old-fashioned publishing. E-books.
Yeah, ebooks. Good. Nice. Perfect. And
Okay, thank
Wisla,
you.
can you try the next one?
This can be seen by how in just 20 years most people expect to have an internet connection and are disappointed if it is not broadband.
Yeah, broadband. Can you repeat broadband?
Broadband.
Good. And broadband is just a type of internet connection. So you have satellite, broadband, things like that. Just the type of connection. Okay. Any questions here? Any questions on this page?
Nope.
Okay, good. Let's go to the next page. And let's have Anna. Can you read the title and the paragraph?
Yes, quotation. Read and discuss. The jobs that the robots will leave for humans will be those that are required through knowledge, thought and knowledge. In other words, only the best educated humans will compete with machines, and education systems in the US and much of the rest of the world are still sitting students in rows and columns, teaching them to keep quiet and memorize what is told to them, preparing them for life in a 20th century factory.
Nice. Okay, really good reading. I only noticed a couple small things. The first one, educated. So it's got like a j sound. Educated.
Educated.
Close. So instead of saying educated, it's educated. Educated.
Educated.
Nice. Educated.
Educated.
Nice. Good. And then machines. Machines.
Machines.
Yeah, machines. Good. Okay, and does anybody have any questions about anything on this page, in this paragraph?
I don't have any question.
Okay. And so, Andrew, what do you think this is trying to say? Can you paraphrase what this is trying to say?
The author would say that that it's oh, sorry, teacher. I haven't any idea.
Okay, that's all right. Daniel, do you have any ideas what this is trying to say?
No, I don't know a lot of words here, so
Okay.
it's a little confused.
What words do you have questions about? What words do you not know?
For example, require.
Okay, require. So the need, maybe. Require is need. So humans require oxygen to live. So people need oxygen to live. So it's just to need. So jobs that require thought and knowledge. Any other questions?
Okay, rows.
Roles. Rows. So we have rows which go from side to side, and columns go up and down. So if you're looking at a graph, does it go up and down are columns? So these things would be columns, and things that go side to side are rows. So it's like sitting them in grids, rows and columns in a grid. Does that make sense?
I'm not sure, but
okay. So hold on.
Okay. I understand now. I used dictionary.
Okay. And any other questions?
And
okay, maybe Ismail, can you try to explain what this quotation is saying?
Yes, Joshua. Our education system has no fortune, and it creates, or it is going to prepare the student for 20th century factory as a worker, but we should change because in the future maybe the factories are not same like in 20th century factory. There are many robots who are working instead of human. That's why only people who are well educated can find a job or a place, a position in the future workplace. And we should change our education system according to future fortune.
Okay, nice. Yeah, so maybe we could even say accordingly. We should change our education system accordingly. But I think that's awesome. You had a really great explanation. One thing in the future, factories are not going to be the same. So we'd use the future tense. You could also say won't be the same, so will not. But nice. I think that's awesome. Yeah, really great explanation, Ismail. And so does anybody have any last questions on this page? Anything that they still have to ask or don't understand?
Sorry, teacher. I want to give it a shot to express
Okay.
myself.
Definitely.
It's and despite using advanced technology, the education system is still educated in a old way. Used the old way in education system. There are students still sitting at the rows and the columns. Then they didn't use any of future technologies in education process.
Okay. Yeah, so they don't use.
Okay.
But awesome. I think that's great. Really good explanation. Okay. And let's go on and let's ask some questions. Ismail, can you ask Kasha the first question?
Kasha, do you think technology will eliminate blue-collar jobs?
I have a question. What does blue collar mean?
Blue collar.
White collar and blue collar.
Okay, yeah. So there's two different types. Kasha, can you read the definition down here?
In the United States, a blue-collar worker is a working class person who performs manual labor.
Good, exactly. And so does that help you with your answer?
Mm-hmm. If I could understand, so in my opinion, in big scale, I guess yes, but still, such people will be needed when we'll expect something really good made, because such manual things generally are much better than when we do something on big scale.
Okay, it's generally much better. Things made on a big scale. Awesome. I think that's perfect. Really good good answer. Okay, and what do you think, Wisla? Do you think technology might eliminate blue-collar jobs?
Yes, I agree partly with that. The technology will eliminate blue-collar jobs, but we still, and in the future, in my opinion, the engineers will work as blue-collar today.
Okay. Can you explain yourself a little bit more?
Because the robots and the tools which we will use in the future uh, will need a lot of knowledge uh, and people who are prepared to very specified jobs, and these jobs should be made by prepared people. And in my opinion, in the future, it will be engineers.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, definitely. I think that's a good point and a good opinion. Okay. And Wisla, can you ask Anna the next question?
How else will technology shape the job market in the future? Anna?
Sorry. Um, I am not sure about that question. I think that the job market could be mm, mm, could be occupied for
Occupied.
occupied for less people than today or nowadays because robots um, robots are in I don't know how do you say for example when people have to build a car. In this case, robots will occupy this work. There had been less people working than today, I think.
Okay. There will be less people working than today. Is that what you're trying to say?
I don't know if I tell the sentences in the correct form.
If I said the sentences. If
I said. If I
but that's
said.
good. Yeah. Okay, but I think you did a good job. So a lot of the job market will be occupied by less people than today. Um, like robots will take a lot of jobs. When people build cars, robots already kind of occupy a lot of those factory jobs, and there will be less people working in the future than there are today. I think that's good. Really nice answer. Okay, and so does anybody have any questions or comments on this page? Okay, any questions or last comments? No. And so let's go on. Let's go on to the next page. And let's have Andre, can you read the paragraph and can you ask Daniel the question?
Science fiction and technology. Science fiction writer like Jules Verne have always written about incredible scientific advances, like submarines and space travel, years before such things were thought possible.
Okay, really quickly, let's go over Jules. Can you repeat Jules?
Jules, Jules,
Good. Jules Verne. And written. Can you repeat written?
Written. Written.
Yeah, written. Written.
Written.
Okay. And can you ask Daniel the first question? Can you ask Daniel this question?
Sorry?
So,
I
Andre, can
want
you ask?
when you were a child, what science fiction technologies did you think you would see by 2014?
Okay. When I were a child, I didn't I didn't know what technology will in the future.
All right.
Okay. Um, is there anything that you thought you might see? So is there anything that you saw maybe in cartoons or in shows or in movies that you thought you would see in the future? So technology that you thought might be possible by today.
Do you think something when I was a child? When I was a child, the technology didn't exist, and now we use it, or something like that.
Okay. It's a little bit different. Daniel, you speak Spanish, right?
No.
Okay. It's saying so like when I was a kid, I thought that I would see flying cars by 2014. So if you had movies or books that you had read that talked about technology that still isn't here yet, that you thought you might see. So maybe, I don't know, like different forms of transportation, different health things, different, um, maybe space travel, things like that. Is there anything like that that you thought you would see, Daniel?
Yes, I saw, for example, traveling in space in movies.
Okay. So maybe I thought that space travel would be more accessible to everyone. Maybe something like that. What about you, Ishmael? When you were young, when you were a child, what science fiction technologies did you think you'd see by now?
Yes, Joshua, when I was a child, I watched some comics on TV. There was a Jet Killer, Jet Family comics on TV, and this family flown with flying cars in this comic, and today we have flying car.
Today we have
It,
no flying cars, maybe.
no, we have flying car, but it is prototype. I read it in BBC.
Okay, nice. That's cool.
Yeah,
So we
yes.
have prototype flying cars. That's awesome. I didn't know that. Um, okay, yeah, awesome. So maybe something that you saw when you were a child that you actually have lived to see. Okay, and Kasha, what about you? Actually, let's have the next question. Ismail, can you ask Kasha the next question?
Kasha, when you were a child, what science fiction technologies did you think you would see by 2014?
Sorry, Ismail, can you ask this question?
Okay. Kasha, do you think that science fiction writers influence the advances in technology? Why or why not?
God bless you. I read this question and I was thinking for a while about this, but I'm worried that I won't have any idea because I didn't read too much science fiction books, and truth be told, I don't like this too much even.
Okay.
But in general speaking, I think that somehow, some way, yes, it always left a bit, maybe some ideas, what inspire later scientists to work on this.
Okay, nice. So yeah, in some way, maybe they inspire scientists to work on these things. For sure. Okay, that's a really good answer. One small thing, Ismail, can you repeat advances? Advances.
Advances?
Nice, good job. And Wisla, what about you? Do you think that science fiction writers influence advances in technology?
No, I don't think that the writers influence the advances in technology. I think that they use the newest invented things and newest technology to describe their stories. They observe inventors and are interested about that and describe and develop that in the stories.
Okay. Nice, awesome. That's cool. Definitely a good take on it. Okay. Does anybody have any questions on this page? Any questions here? Okay. Okay, let's go to the next page. Um, uh, let's go to the next page. Let's try some sentences. So fill in the blank. And let's have Anna. Can you read the first sentence and fill in the blank?
Well, let's see. The company I don't know at the moment. I have to think a bit time.
Okay, so try to just remove finally. So finally isn't necessary in this sentence. So the company blank to update their technology.
The company have decided
Nice.
has
Yeah.
decided. Third person. I always forget.
It's tough. That's good though. So yeah, the company has finally decided to update their technology.
Technology.
Good. Can you read that sentence one more time?
Yes, the company has finally decided to update their technology.
Good. And let's have Andre. Can you try the next one?
People often dislike learning how to use new software. New software.
Daniel, do you have any ideas for this one? Or does anybody have any ideas for the third sentence? Okay, maybe Ismail. What about you? Do you have any ideas for the third sentence?
Yes. By this time tomorrow, I will be graduated from IT school. Joshua, do you hear me?
Yeah, that could work. I will be graduated. What about the future perfect?
I will have graduated from
Yeah.
IT school.
Good. Yeah, I will have graduated. Perfect. I think that's good. You could say I will be graduated too. Just a little bit different. That's perfect as well, though. Good. And Kasha, what about the next one?
I will buy a new computer.
Yeah, I will buy a new computer. You could pretty much say anything for that
Yes.
too. You could say I bought, I have bought. This is a pretty open one. So I will buy. Nice, good job. And the last one, Wisla.
I'm learning a lot about technology today.
Yeah, nice. I am learning a lot about technology today. You could say I have learned a lot about technology today. I learned. Any of those would work, but good. Does anybody have any questions about anything on this page?
No?
Okay, and so we're just about out of time. You guys did a really good job in class. It was nice having everybody in. Hopefully I'll see you guys again soon, and have a really good rest of your day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.